The situation in Benue State, right? There's been a lot of killing, a lot of killing. Before now, the Fulanese, they go to the houses, kill people, shoot them while they are sleeping. The main target is both women and children. Recently, I saw a video where they actually tied the men. They tied their hands to the back, legs to the back, and they were shooting them to the back, to the chest, to the head. It was serious unaliving. And I looked at the video and I'd be like, the funny thing is, you will never hear none of the Nigerian mainstream media pick up any of this news. All in the name of what they want to protect the image of the country. And the youths, they have their own fair share of the blame. The government has failed. Look, the government of Nigeria has been failing since I became matured. Because when you look at what we keep having, I told people some years ago, I said this present government will be worse than the government of Buhari. Buhari was one of the most ridiculous human beings we ever had in Nigeria. But it was just me following the trend of things that the incoming president is always much worse than the outgoing president. Look at what we're having in Nigeria now. Do you people know that some days ago I actually posted it on this channel that there is a genocide going on, and I told you that it was 200 people that was unalive. But what you see on social media is Nigerians talking about Ghana Jollof, Nigerian Jollof, all these useless frivolities. And you know the funny thing, when the Benue youths have those Fulani militias cornered, they bring out their phone. Are you people trying to be celebrities? I don't understand. I don't even bother to call my village. I don't bother to call where I'm from because everybody from where I'm from, we are certified. Like I can't call it what we are. Like I grew up from the age of 5, we were constantly under fire of the enemy because we constantly have communal clash. So it is like I have been under attack between life and death. So I am this kind of person that I grew up with the consciousness of be dangerous at all time. Expect the unthinkable to happen. I've tried to live like other people that embrace peace, but it's not possible because different scenarios keep coming into my head every day because of how I was raised. I was raised in a war-torn environment, and I keep telling people the way the government of Nigeria is currently, you are on your own. Look at today. The youths came out to protest the killing of the 200 innocent people, mostly women and children, and majority of the people in Benue State are Christians. But when they came out to protest, immediately we saw policemen like we've never seen before. And that is what happens in Nigeria. The government of Nigeria, they support and they approve anything the terrorists do. Because how does a man in the name Sunday defend himself against a terrorist and they sentence him to death? I'm waiting for just that one call. That one Fulani man has misbehaved in my village. I am resigning from my job and I'm going home. Honestly, in fact, I'm not one of the most dangerous in my city. I'm one of the least. But the way our heart is, we don't do things on camera. And I will look at the people of Benue. You will chase elders and you will be on camera. Oh, this is me chasing elders. Now, this is where it's so funny. Everybody says the elders coming in. Now, how do you even want the government to take steps? Did they see anyone unaliving them? The elders did everything they did off camera. But look at this afternoon. The youths of the community were chasing the cows And while they were chasing the cows, everything was on camera. What the fuck is the problem of everybody in Benue State? You people want to be celebrities so bad. You people have not taken any step, no vigilante, no nothing, no resistance. These people walked in clean. From what we heard, the guy said they did not even shoot. They were just pouring fuel on people and they were just lighting them up. Now, what they did this time around was different. They initially went to the police station to engage the policemen. The ones that were engaging the policemen were busy engaging the policemen, which is very, very far from where this attack happened. So there was a group that kept the policemen busy while there was another group unaliving the women and children. Let us understand something. In Nigeria, the government will never ever do anything. And do you people know the reason why your government will always be proactive when you try to harm the cattle? The cattle belong to the politicians. Because back when I was in Kwara State, there was a time I tried to go into cattle farming. And I got to this very big car and I was asking questions. How can I get a cattle? How can I do this? How can I do that? And one of the biggest revelation I found out was I was being told right there that majority of these cattle, like they were in bunch. Like you can see maybe a group of like 100 cattle, a group of 400 cattle. Like, do you believe that all these cattle belong to politicians, commissioner of police, inspector general? Like, I was shocked to my marrow. These cattle belong to people in power. So people should try to understand why in Nigeria cattle are more important than human beings. You shouldn't be surprised. You people want to get guns legally. How did the Fulanis get AK-47? Did they get it legally? There is always a back door. Your life is in your hands at this point. At this point, I am resigning. There is no turning back at this point. I have to stay close to my family at this point. I have to. I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Muslim. I follow the African tradition to the very, very peak of it. I have been attacked before and I know what happened with the help of the African tradition. I know there is God, yeah, but I'm a firm believer in tradition. And by the time I get my guns, bro, the equation will be finally balanced. At that point, I will know that, yeah, I have done my best. That is when I will now say, so help me God. But you people want to shout, God, okay, look at where I am right now. Okay, let's say Fulanis invade this place. Before the government forces come in, wouldn't the die be cast? So a lot of people need to be proactive in their actions. People find it very difficult to pay taxes to the community securities like vigilantes. If you don't have, create one. It has gotten to that point now. You have to start building up a resistance. And this is my cautionary tale. It seems as if Nigerian government is pushing Nigerians to a point where Nigerians will start defending themselves. And when it comes to that point, there is only one thing I know very well about Nigerians. They do things beyond the normal curve. If it comes to that point, that Nigerians start carrying guns to defend themselves, I know my country people, they will equally defend themselves against both the terrorists and the government security. And there is another thing I'm looking at. The people of Nigeria are beginning to have enough of these terrorists because we know them. We know them. It's just one single tribe. And when the heat gets to the point where people can no longer take it, a serious genocide might start happening. The government still have the time. They still have the opportunity now to do the needful. Because what I see is not good. You can imagine a government. These things, look, guys, listen, 200 people died today. Some people will still die in that very same Benue this night. This is normal in Nigeria now for people to get on alive. But the government of the day is talking about the 2027 election. You can just imagine. Nigeria government is beyond puppet at this point. That is why you see most of us appreciate what is going on in the AES. A lot of people will look at me like, okay, why can't you build a resistance? A resistance is a place where some people, there is religious division, there is ethnic division. The country is not ready. When they are ready, men like us, we are good to go. When they are ready, men like us are good to go. When Sunday Igboho was in Nigeria, we knew what we entered the Fulani camp. They were shooting AK-47. It didn't pierce a single person. The bullet, some of the bullet jammed. It didn't. We know what we are capable of doing, but people are not ready to back up the resistance. At that time, it was the same citizens of Nigeria that were shouting. That was before I got the job I got. It was the same citizens of Nigeria that were saying that the government should crack down on that resistance movement that were going against these terrorists that own alive these 200 people. So sometimes you don't even know what to do when it concerns Nigerians because they've not even found their own truth. So until they found their own truth, the issue of Nigeria is just something you will look at and but let me just avoid it. That's why you see that most of the time on my channel, I don't talk about it.